Hi everyone, welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie and we are on day 33. I am so glad you're here and I hope you're having a great day today. It's actually raining over here, so that is a fantastic day for me, being that I work in landscaping. My whole day just kind of opened up to catch up on things that I'm very behind in. So, yeah, that's what's going on over here. So we're on day 33. We are going to be reading out of Genesis 33, Job 6, Luke chapter 16, but only verses 1 through 15 today. And then we'll close it out with Psalm 25, only verses 1 through 7. So let's get started with Genesis 33. This is the story of two brothers, Jacob and Esau. We're going to continue on. Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau was coming, and with him 400 men. He divided the children between Leah, Rachel, and the two servants. He put the servants and their children in front, Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph at the rear. He himself passed over in front of them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. Esau ran to meet him, embraced him, fell on his neck, kissed him, and they wept. He lifted up his eyes and saw the women and the children and said, "Who are these with you?" He said, "The children whom God has graciously given your servant." Then the servants came near with their children, and they bowed themselves. Leah also and her children came near and bowed themselves. After them, Joseph came near with Rachel, and they bowed themselves. Esau said, "What do you mean by all this company which I met?" Jacob said, "I find favor in your sight of my Lord." Esau said, "I have enough, my brother. Let that which you have be yours." Jacob said, "Please, no. If I have found favor in your sight, then receive my present at my hand, because I have seen your face as one sees the face of God, and you were pleased with me. Please take the gift that I brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough." He urged him, and he took it. Esau said, "Let's take our journey, and let's go, and I will go before you." Jacob said to him, "My Lord knows that the children are tender, and that the flocks and herds with me have their young, and if they overdrive them one day, all the flocks will die. Please, let my Lord pass over before his servant, and I will lead on gently according to the pace of the livestock that are before me, and according to the pace of the children, until I come to my Lord to Seir." Esau said, "Let me now leave you with some of the people who are with me." He said, "Why?" "Let me find favor in the sight of my Lord." So Esau returned that day on his way to Seir. Jacob traveled to Succoth, built himself a house, and made shelters for his livestock. Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth. Jacob came in peace to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came from Padan Aram and encamped before the city. He bought the parcel of ground where he spread his tent at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. He erected an altar there and called it Elohei Israel. I have a note down here, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Elohei Israel means God, the God of Israel, or The God of Israel is mighty. I just love that. These two brothers, we have Jacob terrified to come across his brother Esau because of their past history. Yeah, he had every reason to be afraid. But then they pass, and Esau falls on him and kisses his neck and just devours him. Oh, the power of siblings. All right, moving on to Job 6. Then Job answered, "Oh, that my anguish were weighed, and all my calamity laid in the balances, for now it would be heavier than the sand of the seas. Therefore my words have been rash. For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. My spirit drinks up their poison. The terrors of God set themselves in array against me. Does the wild donkey bray when he has grass? Or does the ox low over the fodder? Can that which has no flavor be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg? My soul refuses to touch them. They are as loathsome food to me. Oh, that I might have my request, that God would grant the thing that I long for, even that it would please God to crush me, that he would let loose his hand and cut me off. Let it still be my consolation. Yes, let me exult in pain that doesn't spare, that I have not denied the words of the Holy One. What is my strength that I should wait? What is my end that I should be patient? Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh of bronze? Isn't it that I have no help in me, that wisdom is driven away from me? To him who is ready to faint, kindness should be shown from his friends, even to him who forsakes the fear of the Almighty. My brothers have dealt deceitfully as the channel of brooks that pass away, which are black by reason of the ice in which the snow hides itself. In the dry season they vanish. When it is hot, they are consumed out of their place. The caravans that travel beside them turn away. They go up into the waste and perish. The caravans of Tema looked. The companies of Sheba waited for them. They were distressed because they were confident. They came there and were confounded. For now you are nothing. You see a terror and are afraid. Did I ever say, 'Give to me,' or 'Offer a present for me from your substance,' or 'Deliver me from the adversary's hand,' or 'Redeem me from the hand of the oppressors'? Teach me, and I will hold my peace. Cause me to understand my error. How forcible are words of uprightness. But your reproof, what does it reprove? Do you intend to reprove my words? Since the speeches of one who is desperate are as the wind. Yes, you would even cast lots for the fatherless and make merchandise for your friend. Now therefore, be pleased to look at me, for surely I will not lie to your face. Please return. Let there be no injustice. Yes, return again. My cause is righteous. Is there injustice on my tongue? Can't my taste discern mischievous things? Got Job battling the back and forth. So moving on to Luke chapter 16, 1 through 15. Jesus also said to his disciples, "There was a certain rich man who had a manager. An accusation was made to him that this man was wasting his possessions. He called him and said to him, 'What is this that I hear about you? Give an accounting of your management, for you can no longer be manager.' The manager said within himself, 'What will I do, seeing that my Lord is taking away the management position from me? I don't have strength to dig. I am ashamed to beg. I know what I will do, so that when I am removed from management, they may receive me into their houses.' Calling each one of his Lord's debtors to him, he said to the first, 'How much do you owe to my Lord?' He said, 100 betos of oil. He said to him, 'Take your bill and sit down quickly and write 50. Then he said to another, 'How much do you owe?' He said, 100 cores of wheat. He said to him, 'Take your bill and write 80. His Lord commended the dishonest manager because he had done wisely, for the children of this world are, in their own generation, wiser than the children of the light. I tell you, make for yourselves friends by means of unrighteous mammon, so that when you fail, they may receive you into the eternal tents. He who is faithful in a very little is faithful also in much. He who is dishonest in a very little is also dishonest in much. If therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? If you have not been faithful in that which is another's, who will give you that which is your own? No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. You aren't able to serve God and mammon." The Pharisees, who were lovers of money, also heard these things, and they scoffed at him. He said to them, "You are those who justify yourselves in the sight of men, but God knows your hearts. So that which is exalted among men is an abomination in the sight of God." Yes, yes. We can rationalize so many things in our head. We can rationalize so many things as we live in this human world. But God knows our heart. And what's our heart supposed to be? Our heart is supposed to be humble. Our heart is supposed to be in relationship with Him. Our heart is supposed to love God, love people. Everything else will fall into place. He knows our hearts. So Psalm 25, 1-7. And I am not, I'm not immune. He knows my heart too. I go around justifying the reasoning for the things that I do. He knows my heart too. Can't get away from it. Psalm 25, 1-7. This is by David. To you, Yahweh, I lift up my soul. My God, I have trusted in you. Don't let me be ashamed. Don't let my enemies triumph over me. Yes, no one who waits for you will be shamed. They will be shamed who deal treacherously without cause. Show me your ways, Yahweh. Teach me your paths. Guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. I wait for you all day long. Yahweh, remember your tender mercies and your loving kindness, for they are from old times. Don't remember the sins of my youth, nor my transgressions. Remember me according to your loving kindness, for your goodness' sake, Yahweh. I love that prayer. I might just repeat that a couple times today. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today on day 33. Have a wonderful day. Please come back tomorrow for day 34. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.